Hey everyone, it's Agnach here. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm bringing you a new attack that is really strong and is very good for Legends League. It's actually quite easy as well. The composition of the attack actually brings 10 Super Giants, 8 Super Wizards, 3 Vox, 8 Witches, and then you have on the spells 8 Earthquakes and 5 Zaps. Now this attack strategy, I saw it on Silmer's channel, so props to him, and it's actually really strong and very effective. So I'm going to show you some of my attacks in Legends and see what you think of it. Okay, so the first attack is against Max Looting of Band of 7. Now you've got 8 Quakes, 5 Zaps, and obviously your army. Basically you want to put 4 Quakes on the Tankle and 4 Quakes on the Eagle. On this occasion I'm going to be able to use 8 Quakes on the Tankle as the Eagle is within 10 tiles of the Tankle. So as you can see here, I'm damaging the Tankle and the Eagle, and then the Zaps, you're always going to use them for the Eagle and any surrounding buildings of the Eagle. Now on this occasion as well, you put the Super Giant, the Wizard, and the Witch on either side. I also used the Vox with them, and then you put your main army in between. And the siege machine that you're going to be using on this army is the log launcher. Basically the log launcher with its logs should bring the Tankle down if you quaked it, and that way none of your troops will take any damage from the blast, since it's going to be down by the time they reach it. Now on this army composition as well, you need to use your warden ability nice and early just to protect as many troops as you can, and also to protect the log launcher just to make sure that it does throw enough logs for the Tankle to go down. On this occasion, and as I said before, whenever you're using a spam army and you're using the log launcher, most of the time, unless if you funnel extremely well, your troops will not follow the log launcher. But that's why your log launcher is the one that is bringing down the Tankle, and everything else should be going around the base. So for ring bases is usually really good. On this occasion and on this base, as you can see, we still have 2 Infernos there on the center of the base, not much army left. We still have the King with its ability, which I just used now, and I used it to tank the scatter shot so that my Queen can get it down. I want to save her ability as long as I can. Now we only have the Warden and the Queen left and the Witch on the outside. The Queen gets rid of the Archer Tower, and now we just have the 2 Teslas and the Infernos in the center of the base. So we need the Queen to hit a good wall, but now she decides to go for the multi-Inferno, which is fine. Now she's hitting through the wall. I still have her ability, so she's going to be able to get rid of the Tesla, get rid of the Inferno and the other Tesla. So on this occasion, in this one, it did get pretty close. A lot of the time it does get quite close, but it still triples, which is really good. Now on this occasion, this is a base that is more like a war base rather than a Legend League base. So let's see what I do here. With the Quakes, you also want to open up the base and open up the pathing. That way all of your troops can just go through it. Now another thing, that if you're hitting in wall with this army, you want to look for single Infernos. Since you have your Witches and Super Wizards, single Infernos is a lot better than multi-Infernos. Multi-Infernos will kill your Super Wizards and Witches very quickly, and then you won't have as much tanking. Now on this occasion, as you can see, I got rid of the Eagle and everything that was surrounding it, and then I start with my funnel at 12 and funnel at 3 with the main army coming in. The way that I deploy it usually is I put the Super Giants, then I put the Witches so that they start spawning Skellies, then I put the Super Wizards, the Log Launcher, and my heroes. Sometimes you can put the King first if you wanted to tank, and then I use the Warden ability nice and quick. Sometimes I wait for my Royal Champion for a little while before I deploy her, or if I feel like she can go for a single Inferno straight away, I put her in with the main army, angling her towards a single Inferno, and I use the Warden ability on her, and that way she can use that Warden ability to bring that defense down. It really depends which base you're going for. As you can see, the Town Hall went down. I opened the entire base with the Quakes, and now they're gonna be able to continue going in. With this army as well, because you've got the Super Wizards and the Witches, you don't need to bring a poison to get rid of the CC. However, it does stall them quite a fair bit towards the end. The Yetis are going to be able to get rid of some more defenses over there. The Royal Champion is still going around the base, which is nice, and we still have the Queen ability, which is going to help us on this attack as well. This one was also pretty close, but also this spam army, unlike other spam armies, usually they take quite a long time. This one usually takes between 1.5 minutes and 2 minutes, so you still have a full minute for your queen to just go through the base and get rid of all of the buildings that your troops couldn't get. Now the single was targeting my queen, so I had to pop her ability, but there's still plenty of time, get rid of the single, and this was a triple. Now it's not always that tight, it's not always that close, but sometimes it is, but you can still get the triple. Now on this occasion we've got one of those teaser bases with the tank on the opposite side of the base and the eagle in the center. As I said, we always want to 4 quakes the eagle, 4 quakes the tank, and sap the eagle with whatever else you can get. On this occasion, because I decided to damage the scatters with the quakes and obviously open up the wall nicely, I still left the multi-inferno standing, but it's well damaged with the 5 zaps. And now it's coming in. Now on this base we've got 2 multi-infernos with witches, so this army should not be working, but it's so strong that it does. Log launcher coming in. As you can see, I'm going full opposite, so it can be risky. I would not suggest doing this in CWL or any wall where you really need to not 1-star. But if you're doing Legend League hits or just your normal looting hits, this is a very good army to use as well. But if you were doing like a wall as well, CWL, and you want to get a really good 2-star, you can still do this army, just come in via the town hall, and that way you're going to be getting the town hall down. As you can see, everything has gone down. My queen is going to go to ability. I still have the king ability. Both of them are still in the center of the base. The Yetis from the log launcher are still moving towards the town hall. They're going to be able to go to the expo. They're tanking nicely for my heroes. I can still use a king ability, which I'm using on the last second to get rid of the town hall, and it will go down. Now I still have some super wizards and witches on the outside that are getting rid of these high heat buildings, and the rest of the army is just getting rid of everything else. And as you can see, it was a bit risky, but it's still a 3-star, and we still have quite a few troops alive. Now the next one, this one again, the tank is on one side and the eagle is on the other side. However, with the 4 quakes we can open up the entire thing. So let's see what I did here. As I said, 4 quakes for the eagle, and then you can zap surrounding defenses. I believe I'm gonna be zapping at least an expo and a scatter here since it's surrounding the eagle, or at least I'm hoping I did. I'm really not quite sure. We'll see what I did. So I zap, open, and damage the town hall, because I'm gonna be coming in from like the 8 o'clock area, and then I quake the eagle with the expo and the scatter, and I can get rid of both expos there as well. And then I start with my funneling at 6, my funneling at 9. Now you can use a couple of giants, you can use just one giant. It really is up to you and how many defenses and how many buildings are on the corner that you want to create the funnel. But you don't have to wait too long for that funnel to be created before you send your troops. Otherwise, everything is going to start dying, and it's better if you send everything on the one go. Just funnel a little bit and then just send it all inside. As you can see on this occasion, I did send the Royal Champion with the Warden ability to get rid of that single Inferno, and it went down without her dying, and the rest of my troops are going inside the base. Now there's that back end single Inferno which now targets my king. Somehow it doesn't matter how many skellies are on the ground, it will always target my heroes, but that's alright, we can still triple this thing. We've got the Royal Champion still alive and going around the base. She's going to be dying pretty soon now in the 3 o'clock area, but we still have the Queen with ability. There's no more single Infernos. So, and we've got the Yetis and a few Super Wizards with the Witch, with a couple of Witches on the outside clearing the buildings, and the Queen on the inside clearing the defenses. Warden wants to kill our queen, but we can use her ability. She's going to be able to get rid of the statue, get rid of the wizard tower, which is another splash defense that sometimes kills this army if there's no more heroes around. And my Yetis are still walking around the base, getting rid of the defenses as well. So as you can see, there's still quite a few troops, and it was pretty strong here against Abhishek of Backstreet Boys. Very strong army, as I said, and you can come in directly to the town hall, you can come in opposite from the town hall. It really is up to you. And I think this is my last replay, and this is very common in Legend League base as well, and I've also seen it in War, and this is also going to be a very close attack as well, but it just shows that it works. Probably I could have done a little bit better, and I'll show you as the replay goes on, but again, the same thing, 4 quakes and the 5 zaps for the eagle and surrounding defenses. So over here we've got that multi-inferno, which we can get rid of. Now this base has 3 multi-infernos, so that keep that in mind to how close it gets. This army with witches should not be tripling a base with 3 multi-infernos, but it does. Now on this occasion you can see at 3 o'clock we have the Tesla farm and a lot of containers, so probably I could have invested a few more troops at 3 o'clock just to create that side of the funnel a little bit better, so that the rest of my army goes inside the base. Now since the log launchers started opening the walls but also getting rid of the buildings that would get my troops to go inside the base, and there were so many buildings on the outside, the rest of my troops just decided to walk. So everything is on the outside apart from my Yetis that came out from the log launcher. Now thankfully, because of the log launcher, the tank hull did go down, so it doesn't really matter that none of my troops went in. They do end up getting rid of one of the multi-infernos, and my roller champion gets rid of the other multi-inferno. Now the only problem is that both scatters are still inside the base, so we need to get rid of that because that's gonna smash my super wizards and my witches, and they're still standing. My roller champion dies. We still have the queen with ability. They're going to be going around the base, and we're just going to have to pray that by the time they go inside the base, she's going to be able to get rid of those scatters. Now I did damage them with the quakes from the tank hull, so they're not full health, and the defending queen does go down. I only have that super wizard left and the queen with ability. She beats through the wall. Now we have to time this ability nicely so that she can get rid of both scatter shots. Obviously my queen still had quite a fair bit of health, so I was able to wait for the ability a little bit longer, and it worked. Got the triple here. Well, that's the army. As I said, 10 super giants, 8 super wizards, 3 valks and 8 witches, the 8 quakes and the 5 zaps. Definitely give it a go. It's a very strong spam strategy and very easy to use. So if you liked the video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.